Good morning, everybody. We're going to conclude the week of reviews with another, what I consider to be a tribute record. Some would call it a cover record, and I'm sure some of you would call it blasphemous, but I call it a tribute record. And we're talking about Creedence Clearwater Revisited. The band started, I believe in 1995, shortly after Creedence Clearwater Revival was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the band really started because I think Stu Cook and Doug Clifford were kind of ticked off at John because he played CCR songs at the Hall of Fame with other musicians and refused to play with Stu and Doug. And so Stu and Doug decided to start Creedence Clearwater Revisited. And, they have been in legal trouble with John through the years. John sued them numerous times for use of the trademark use of the name Creedence Clearwater Revisited or Revival. And I think they have he won at least one of those suits, and actually another time they sued him because his song "The Old Man Down the Road" sounded similar to "Run Through the Jungle," which is true, but if John wants to write a song with a similar melody, it's his music, he can do whatever he wants. And he because of all this, John had refused to play CCR songs for years in concert, and but on to Creedence Clearwater Revisited. Through the years, at CCR Revisited shows, the fans had been asking, "When are you guys?" or "Is there a record?" And I was kind of preparing for this review yesterday, and I read on the band's website that the release of this record is due solely to the fans' demand for it, and it came out in 1998, and according to the band's website, it was recorded in Western Canada. And I like this record. It is a tremendous record. It is a good record. But the main reason I like this record is that there are a lot of rarities on this record, or songs that they didn't do live even in the CCR days. Like, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? And Long As I Can See the Light, which is one of my favorites. And a lot of because I bought this record shortly after it came out, and you know, up until 2005, I had never seen a lot of these songs done live before until Fogerty's Long Road Home concert came out when he was touring behind his compilation Long Road Home. He did songs like Lodi and Have You Ever Seen the Rain live. But so the CCR Revisited record was really the only chance that I had to see these songs or hear these songs live. Especially songs like Run Through the Jungle and Have You Ever Seen the Rain and Long As I Can See the Light. But one of my favorites on this record comes at the start of disc 2. They do a killer 13-minute version of I Heard It Through the Grapevine. And and it is probably my favorite on the record. But vocally, the lead singer of CCR Revisited is good, but I still am partial to John's vocals, and I like this record, but I prefer John Fogerty. And as of 2020, Creedence Clearwater Revisited is now defunct, and so the only way you can see him is if you look him up on YouTube. And I think there are a couple live videos of the band, but really, for my money, I would much prefer John Fogerty. And so I hope you enjoy this. I forgot to mention something. There are conflicting reports as to when the CD was released, but because when I was doing the research for the review, Amazon said the CD was released in 2003, but Discog, which is the one that I went with, said the CD was released in 1998. And something else that I forgot that I wanted to say is that when you look at the screen recording from Discog, you'll notice that the release is a German release, but the track listing is the same for both the German and the American releases of the record. And like I said, the release date on Discog is the one that we will be going with. The name of this release is Recollections.